What is up, folks? Hope you're all doing well. As per usual, welcome back to more esports talk. A great report again by Richard Lewis on the update of the FaZe Clan Tfue lawsuit ongoing for so long. You guys all know it. When it comes time for legal jargon, I'm not a big brain guy, you know. So a great report will be linked down below for all of you guys. In case you've been living under a rock for a long time, FaZe Clan countersuing Tfue after Tfue sued FaZe Clan. Tfue suing them because he believes they actually breached on their side of the contract several times. They countersued saying no, it was actually Tfue who was in breach of his contract several times. The two have been going back and forth ever since then. Now, last time we gave you an update on all of this, guys, it was actually Tfue who had, again, I would say a slight advance, maybe a slight better movement when it comes time for progress of this case, maybe leaning towards and in favor of Tfue as well. Also, Richard Lewis broke down that update too. That was actually FaZe Clan trying to say Tfue had stolen trade secrets that FaZe Clan had taught him. I imagine that can be very tough to prove. As is stated, though, they cannot actually characterize what a trade secret was. Complete speculation. You know, if you teach someone how to title a video, of course, everything they've done for him around social media and content probably was a big boost. But how do you characterize a trade secret if you're teaching them SEO, keywords for videos, titling, whatever it might be, clickbait? How do you characterize that as a trade secret? So that seemingly has also fallen through on FaZe Clan's behalf. When it came time for an update, though, as of a couple days back, guys, it's actually summary judgments. So Rust a summary for at least 6 things right now. When it comes time for FaZe Clan trying to get a summary judgment out of 6 of those things, 5 of them were actually denied. One of which was the crucial debate of the California Talent Agency Act, in which Turner argued that FaZe didn't have the proper licensing for, and then FaZe argued it did not apply to them because they mainly based out of New York. Apparently, the court did cite that actually the jurisdiction venue should be in California, and that FaZe Clan had, yes, operations in New York, but also further operations clearly in California as well, so it will apply to them. And I would say most importantly, when it comes time asking for a summary judgment on the Fortnite creator code and potentially, you know, being paid out a portion of that, here is where it begins to be a bit iffy. Now, this was actually sent to me a long time back, thanks to guys like Richard Lewis, though, who can really dive deep into how this stuff actually breaks down. Here is where reportedly, of course, with 6 of these summary judgments, 5 of which have now been denied as well, this being one of them for capitalizing or actually, you know, being paid out a portion of Tfue's Fortnite creator code, which, by the way, also, FaZe Clan in their own post had made clear they were not going to try and be paid out or even take a split of that, although here in the lawsuit, it seems they are. Obviously, a huge contradiction there made by FaZe Clan in their own public posts.
Is going to pay him 7 figures a year. We sent him a deal that included absolutely no splits at all. We had no legal right to take anything from him under every single term in this contract. Anything he made under any situation, any format, any media, it was all his. We were going to take 0%. We've seen a little miscommunication in terms of community understanding about in-game items and what that might mean and what that applied to. Let us be very on the record right now. That has nothing to do with supporter creator codes. In fact, we as a company have never even taken on our own because we prefer to promote the codes of the creators and, you know, professionals that we have. So anybody who thinks that has anything to do with dipping into the pockets of supporter creator codes is sorely wrong. I mean, we were so proud of everything.
So due to conflicting statements there by FaZe Clan, that summary judgment obviously was denied. We will see where that one goes. And then very lastly, on FaZe Clan's side, for notable things, they were trying to get Tfue for apparently not abiding by some non-compete clauses in his contract, apparently because he was not an employee of FaZe Clan, but he was an individual contractor. That too will not apply to Tfue on FaZe Clan's side of arguments. Now, Tfue, though, also had 2 rushes or 2 summary judgments, also both were denied. One of which was a crucial one, but a pretty lackluster argument for FaZe Clan apparently breaching their contract by delaying their monthly payments. That payment, though, was eventually paid out to Tfue, so that might not apply as well. We'll see where that one goes going forward, but that summary judgment was denied on Tfue's behalf. And also, Tfue's call to dismiss the tortious interference and personal enrichment claims against him, as potentially FaZe Clan can actually make some money back from those sponsorships and endorsement deals he did take in. I'm not exactly sure what that is referring to. Obviously, Tfue had been offered a lot of sponsorships out there. One of his claims even was the loss of sponsorships because of conflicting sponsors that he had to give up as a part of being a part of FaZe Clan as well. I'm not exactly sure where this wording does come from. Both sides having summary judgments actually denied. FaZe Clan, the more so of a lot of their validity in their arguments, also be denied. We will see where these go going forward, guys. Again, when it comes time for legal jargon, I'm not my strong suit. I really encourage you guys to read Richard Lewis's piece around this because, as reported by Dexerto and Richard Lewis, Lewis. This seems to be another pretty crucial victory in terms of Tfue, at least a little more leaning towards his side in what could be closer to closer being a Tfue 1 lawsuit against FaZe Clan. At the end of the day, we have no idea where this is going to go, how long it will take. It seems to be dragging out longer and longer, especially with everything going on right now with the pandemic and the virus as well. This is likely going to take longer than we thought, but it's so interesting to cover this because eventually, when it comes time for a payout on either side, the repercussions here and, of course, how this will change the scene entirely is going to be very interesting to see. With all of this. And keep in mind, guys, we still have Cloakzy as well. We've covered several times on the channel. His contract with FaZe Clan has a bit of controversy around that. We'll see where he goes. And even he himself has stated towards the end of his contract, he expects FaZe Clan to try and cash out or make something of what's left of his contract and maybe potentially even go to court with them as well. It's going to be very interesting. What do you guys think about this? I think another small win in slight for Tfue's side of things. Till next time, take care, drink that water, drink that coffee. I'll see you guys back here sometime soon.